Human rights defenders emerge out of nowhere to denounce violations and to uphold the rule of law by telling truth to power. They are, according to the definition of the United Nations, either individuals or groups who organize themselves to protect one or any article of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights without recourse to violence. That's a common definition of human rights defenders. Eastern Horn of Africa Human Rights Defenders Project, since its establishment in 2005, enjoyed very cordial relationship with the member states of the European Union, particularly the Dutch government. The Royal Netherlands Embassy in Kampala was the first mission to enter a cooperation with the Eastern Horn for the protection of human rights defenders. We are really grateful to the Dutch, the Royal Netherlands people, it is King, and the government, and the mission here led by highly dedicated Ambassador His Excellency Alphons Hennekens, for their support and for their continued support for our activities in this sub-region. Let me now introduce you some of the impact of the support you are giving to the Eastern Horn on the ground, changing the lives of the human rights defenders by giving them a continuous protection within their own communities and by making them to advance the tools of protection in their own hands. I thank you very much.
And what we do at Eastern Horn of Africa Human Rights Defenders Project is to try and build the capacity of human rights defenders to make sure that they get the skills and the professionalism that they need for them to be able to do their work. We do a lot of work in terms of security management, being able to make sure that HRDs are working in safe environments, especially when it comes to digital security and physical security. We also look at other soft areas, for example, financial management. We look at organizational management. We look at other areas that are essential, especially in the human rights work, such as monitoring, documentation, and reporting of human rights violations. So there are different areas that we look at to ensure that HRDs have the necessary skills that they require for them to be able to work in safer environments.
Human rights defenders in Uganda will be able to access the regional and international human rights mechanisms. With these, I mean the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, as well as the United Nations Human Rights Council. Human rights defenders will be able to meet and engage with different international key stakeholders, for instance, international civil society organizations, diplomatic missions, different government officials, where they'll be able to share their experiences and tell their stories to the rest of the world.
With this support, human rights defenders will be given the tools to face up to the risks and opportunities of the new digital era. We will build knowledge communities within human rights defenders so that they're able to work with sensitive data securely, store them offline using encryption technologies, communicate them safely and anonymously when they need to. This way, we will increase their safety both online and offline.
Human rights defenders really face a lot of challenges. So this grant helps us to help them. We give them support, we guide them, we advise them, we ensure that their capacities are built, we make sure that they're out of a place of risk to a place of safety. We train them to be secure with the work that they're doing. So we also have support basically tailored for families. Some of the defenders have wives, have children, their mothers, their fathers. And so their children want to go to school, they want to continue with their education, even for the defenders themselves. So we provide a bit of education, facilitation in that wise. Some of them, English is not their first language, so we provide facilities for them to learn English just so that they can be up to speed with the so many other defenders that they're interacting with, and also to integrate within the communities that they're staying in.
Well, we are supporting already for years now the Eastern and Horn of Africa Human Rights Defenders organization, for the simple reason that we have full trust in the effectiveness in the way that this organization is actually working in this region. We have established a good working relationship. We have seen very prompt action when we ask questions from the organization, and that's why we want to continue our cooperation with this very important organization in the Eastern Horn of Africa. A Dutch parliamentarian who visited Uganda last year, he specifically came to be briefed on the Anti-Homosexuality Act that fortunately was annulled by the Constitutional Court. He came to the country and he wanted to be briefed by people directly involved in this very sensitive issue, and we, as an embassy, we phoned the Eastern Horn of Africa Human Rights Defenders, and they were immediately ready to give a brief to receive this parliamentarian and to brief him on the developments in Uganda. We believe in the Netherlands very strongly that everybody is born equally under the law. Everybody is born with dignity. And we believe that this is a value that should be treasured